Hello, everybody. Hope that you are very well and welcome to this evening's cryptocurrency technical analysis live for you here. As we are going to be running through, obviously, we've got quite a lot to cover tonight. Let's be honest, we're going to have to cover this move that we're seeing to the upside at the moment, the resistance that we are at as we're speaking, and if we get through this, the next really, really important level. Of course, I'll be explaining here the reason why we bounced here. Okay, I'll be going over this, and then what we can be looking out for next. Of course, going into the World Series of Trading starting tomorrow. So we obviously have an absolutely epic, few weeks ahead. Let's be honest. I mean, Bitcoin, we can expect massive volatility for the World Series of Trading because, let's be honest, it's probably going to have absolutely massive volatility. We did last year, so we can kind of expect that same pattern again. So I'm pretty hyped for that World Series of Trading starting tomorrow. And with all that said, we need to go through, get the levels on point, so we are ready to absolutely crush the competition. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are shaking. Yes, we are sipping, and yes, we are ready for this analysis. So. I suppose the first thing that we should cover is probably the resistance that we're at the moment, and it's probably one of the most easiest levels that we can cover. Actually, no. Before I say that, let's just say this: if you can absolutely help me out here on Twitter, and help the algorithm, absolutely smash that like button, absolutely smash the retweet on that tweet that is pinned in the comments section on YouTube. If you can give that an absolute smash, and as you can see, one like equals one sip. So if you want the moon, you know what you have to do. That is smash the like, smash the retweet, and smash the like button over here on YouTube. Make some noise for the YouTube algorithm. We know how we absolutely love to make that noise. And, that's the best way that you can say thank you for me. Keep me coming back here to giving you top quality technical analysis content, as well as some extra bonuses during World Series of Trading. So yeah, please come over, smash those likes, smash the likes on YouTube as well if you'd like. And with that said, let's get into the show that we have this evening and getting straight into it tonight, because we are at the level, so we cannot ignore it. So if we come up here really simply, let's say on the 4-hour chart is fine, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull off Fibonacci and star of the show tonight. Just remember this, ladies and gentlemen, CC Fibonacci level really is the star of the show tonight. We're going to pull off Fibonacci level from the high of the 26th of August. Okay, so you might want to follow along. 26th of August high on the 4-hour chart, that's the 1 a.m. candle. Okay, so from that high, we're pulling it down to the low of the 26th of August at 1 p.m. Okay, we can move this along to the side. And as we can see, we are currently up into that CC Fibonacci level. So, of course, this is a resistance that we have to be aware of because, it's like CC Pool are literally running the CC Fibonacci levels at the moment. I've got an altcoin to cover a little bit later for you, which is just... you're just going to be absolutely blown away by it. But obviously we've got to be aware of this level. We are currently at the last high to low. We are into that CC Fibonacci level, which is coming in at about $48,323.50 to be precise. So I wanted to start off with this one really quickly because that's the level that we're at the moment. Okay, and we cannot, we can't really forget about that level because... well, really simply, it's because it's absolutely amazing at the moment. This level is very, 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 very well respected. With that said, let me answer this to the comments section. Let's see what the community are thinking here, ladies and gentlemen. What support did we bounce off of here? What support? Why did we bounce where we bounced? That's the question that I'll put to you. Let's see how many people know the reason. Okay, what support did we hit at 1 p.m. 26th of August, obviously UK time? What support did we hit here? Let's see how many people know the correct answer, because there is only one correct answer. There is one correct answer, and let's see how many people know it. While I see this, ladies and gentlemen, please be careful. This is obviously a scammer. We are not ever going to tell you to message us on WhatsApp. This is a scammer. 100% certainty. Do not message Chart Champions admin. We are never going to message you. This is 100% a scam. And I suppose while I'm at it, let's just really quickly remind people about this because literally the scammer is in here trying to scam people right now. While we get the answers in, let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, really quickly. We are never going to send you DMs. We are never going to tell you to send us Bitcoin, USDT. We only have one Instagram account, and it's obviously spelt CHAMPIONS. There is a fake one with the O and the I, the wrong way around. Just basically always check the spelling carefully. We only have one account on every social media platform, one account, and that is obviously with the correct spelling. Okay. If you try and get a membership, if you want to sign up for the mentorship and learn, you have to go through the official website, chartchampions.com. We are never going to tell you to go to WhatsApp, Telegram groups, DM you. All of this is obviously a scam. If you want to avoid the scams, especially on Discord, of course, you can really easily turn off your direct messages. I mean, I'll show you exactly what to do right now. Just right click on the Chart Champions. I need to follow these instructions because, okay, right click on this, click on privacy settings, and then just unallow DMs. Like, I've done it because the spam is insane. You're going to get spammed and you're going to get harassed by people. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. There's just too many bots like this guy here trying to scam people. So yeah, as I saw that, there we go. And of course, there we do. We do have a lot of correct answers in here. Of course, absolutely lots of correct answers. Often around that CC 618 zone. So yeah, that's brilliant to see. Yeah. Quick reminder once again before we continue on, please take great care of the scammers. They're on everything. They are on everything right now. So just use the official website. Don't do anything dodgy, and you'll be okay. But going back to the technical analysis, what we're here for tonight, let's bring it back positive. Let's bring it back to what we love, and let's focus on the charts. So, like I was saying, yes, we do take our Fibonacci from the low. That is the low here on the 4-hour chart on the 19th of August at 5 a.m. up to the high, obviously the current high of our rally, and that is the high of the 23rd of August at 9 a.m. UK time. Okay, we're using that CC Fibonacci level, and we're obviously just bringing this across to the right so we can easily see it here. And of course, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was the CC, and that is obviously from our last major low of this upwards move. Okay, of course, this was a level that one had to, of course, be aware of. There's obviously where we bounced in the end. So we obviously hit that intraday CC support, and this was kind of the thing that made it a little bit more special. So I suppose really this is the confluence factor that you had. You might have remembered a video. What was this, from 1 day ago, where I was saying I was not longing here. Okay, if price had just went up here, there was no way I would have ever longed it. Okay, there was not a reason for me to long here. But obviously, what we done, this was obviously about 2 hours later, is we came down to hit that CC. We hit the CC, and this is the confluence factor that was very large at the time, and that's obviously that it happened on our lovely Eagle time. And for the contenders and champions that know about this, that is a really strong factor of confluence. So not only you're hitting not only are you hitting the CC support at the time, but the fact that I love you, Igor. We're gonna have some special videos coming soon with Igor, by the way. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. And Igor, I hope you have a big smile on your face waiting for this. But yeah, obviously that move to the downside happened on Igor time. So that, in my opinion, of course, like I wrote over on Twitter yesterday, it would be rude not to take along. It's kind of rude not to take along when you're hitting the CC on Igor time, okay? Like this guy says. I shout at this guy. Igor time is such a lovely thing. Igor himself is a god trader, and I agree with that. He is a god trader, trading with the absolute high-end $1 million trades, and having access to some of his insights through Chart Champions is amazing. Just made a tidy sum from that long position. Well, I think everybody here agrees with you. Igor time is amazing. Igor is a god trader, and we absolutely love you. So shout out to Igor. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because we are getting some special videos with him very shortly. And yes, we did put that low in on Igor time. And obviously, when we zoom in here onto the 1 hour chart, okay, that's what the 1 hour chart obviously looked like, being aware of the CC. And this is obviously look what it looks like after we hit the CC. Okay, you can see here then on the 1 hour chart, that low that was put in on Igor time was not taken out. So if you had longed for the swing failure pattern type move and had your stop below that low, well, obviously you're still in the move. And now, naturally, we're coming up to the reverse. Okay, so we're coming up from the reverse CC. So yeah, CC support into CC resistance of the last local move. So that's pretty standard stuff right now. There is one thing that I can show you here. just things to be aware of. Obviously, we can definitely say this is now looking at it in sort of a hindsight view. Of course, we've already had the move to the upside, but one thing that you could have been aware um, let's say this morning we obviously had a 50-50 chance of moving up to or to the downside. We could maybe say we had a 52% chance moving up and a 48% moving down. And what was the added what was the added 2% of the move to the upside? Well, obviously when you zoom out and you know the overall context, we are in a massive uptrend. So naturally, if we are in a massive uptrend, doesn't it make more sense to move to the upside? That could be argument number one. And obviously argument number two here is that you had absolutely massive bullish divergences forming, to be fair. On the very, very high term time frame, we've already talked about this. We have massive bullish divergences on the higher term time frame, but then also on the local term time frame here, the more we went along sideways in that range, the more the divergences just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, we did have massive bullish divergences, which is just another thing to be aware of. So obviously, after putting in that low on Igor time, basically what we can see from these divergences that form are we had a lot of people shorting. So basically the way that we read these divergences are a lot of people are shorting in this section of the chart. And we say these are the smaller traders, the more retail traders, people getting short here. And you have to remember it is at a support zone. But anyway, you got a lot of people shorting here and price is not moving down. So you have two things to say to yourself. Okay, a lot of people are shorting and price is not going down. So if a lot of people are shorting, we could say price is trying to go down, but is it doing a good job of it? The answer is no, it's not doing a good job of moving down. So what we say by this is a lot of people are hitting market orders. It might be a little bit too advanced for some people, this, but basically a lot of people are market selling here during this section of the chart. And you have a larger trader holding it up with limit orders. And obviously we can tell this via our divergences. So the way that we're looking at this, especially now we can see off of the move out of it, is very clear. We did have a big layer of absorption off of the CC here, and it just kind of shows us in this section of the chart, lots and lots and lots of people are market shorting. You have a larger trader holding it up with limit orders. Lots of people are selling into that limit orders. The supply runs out, nobody else wants to sell, and then you get the big move to the upside. Obviously, once again, the larger trader here holding it up, has won. Yeah, so that's basically what happened there. And I know we are at this CC resistance at the moment, but I still kind of feel that the bigger one is going to be the one from the 23rd of August at 9 a.m. to this low. I feel that this is going to be a much bigger level. Whether this one holds us down for more than a few hours, it's to be seen. But I think we've got much bigger resistance coming in there at the $49,000. So it's one of these things. We are trading the game of probabilities, and of course, price literally can just reject from here and head down massively. But in terms of confluence, one would say that there's more confluence for a rejection at that $49,000. So it's just one of these things. Of course, we can reject here and we can head down. I'm not ever going to tell you that can't be the case. But it would make more sense, in my opinion, to push up to 49K and at least test the supply at $49,000. I think it would be really, 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 really nice to test that supply. And it would, of course, few options. It would give us a Gartley. Yeah, we would obviously have the potential of a Gartley if we rejected there, which would be really, really, really nice. Bring us down to the overall range point of control. So I think overall, my preference is that we see a move up from here, to be honest with you. I would much prefer, to be honest with you, I'd much prefer to see us get through the CC. That doesn't mean I would long it. Obviously I'm not going to long into this local CC resistance. So let me just explain this for the people that don't understand. Because sometimes people really, really don't understand this. And obviously they're newer traders, and that's fine. Everybody has to learn. Everybody starts somewhere. I will always tell you there's never ever a stupid question. You better to ask than make losses in silence, and so lots of people don't understand this. I personally would say, yes, I am looking for higher. I would like to see higher in the Bitcoin chart here, at least $49,000, if not higher. We will have to see the reaction off of this, but personally, yeah, I would like to see higher. But that does not mean that I would long here. Okay, so this is the thing that sometimes people struggle to understand. Daniel, you're looking for higher, but you wouldn't long here. Why not? Well, the thing is, if I was to long here, I would long into this local CC resistance. And for me as a trader, that just is not ever going to happen. So I would prefer, if I was in no trade at all and I was just no trades, I would prefer to miss this move to the upside than long here and long here. That's honestly the answer. I would much prefer to miss the move than. The thing is, you have to remember, trading is about long it. I can never say this word. The trading is about longevity. Moving on. Trading basically is about the long term. So you have to think to yourself, is it a good strategy or is it a long-term viable outcome to long into such resistances? The answer is no. Of course, we could say that it is more likely that we're going to move up from here, and I kind of would say it is, but that does not mean one would long into resistance. Why? Because this is a really bad habit. It's just a bad habit to get into. And if you are understanding what we're doing here, especially at Chart Champions, our whole focus is on making people become profitable, consistent traders over the long term. Yeah, we're not in this for a quick pump and dump scheme. We're in this for many, 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 many years. People want this to be their profession. They want to do this full time. Well, you're not going to do this full time is if you start taking like random, longs into resistance. It's just not a good strat. Well, if you want to learn from me and, I'm one of the best traders around at the moment, then this is not something I would do. So if you want to learn from me, well, yeah, you wouldn't long into this resistance, basically. But yeah, that said, I am still looking for higher. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for everybody. If not, of course, you can ask a question. And with that said, we do have one question that has just come in here from Kovo. Kovo, hello, my friends. The CC here aligns with the uptrend support line. If we go above that, is that counting as bullish? So basically the question here is, if we get above this local CC, is this classed as bullish? Well, I'm personally already leaning bullish, if I'm totally honest with you. But if we get above this CC, is it bullish? Well, not really, because we just got this next level. I don't think this is a massive resistance. If I'm totally honest with you, I know it's there, but I'm not saying I don't think this is a massive resistance, basically. I think the bigger resistance is this CC here. Obviously, it's coming in with this prior range point of control. We just have much more, we have more confluence here. Again, I haven't actually shorted here. So I haven't shorted here. I am only in a long trade at the moment. This is the place where I'd be more interested in a short. I haven't preset anything here, so I might not take a short, but it's something where I can monitor the reaction. Let's say we come up to here, for example, maybe even take the highs for a swing failure pattern, and then we start to see backside absorption, e.g. the absorption that we saw down here, but then to the reverse for a short. Well, then I can obviously react and trade the short, but I haven't preset anything here because, well, basically, of course, there's the potential that we go straight through the level, and it's just... For my style of trading, I don't really ever preset trades. So I would prefer to see, if I was to take a trade, some form of a rejection up here, or obviously absorption. Those are the two things that I would kind of look for. And another guy asking another question is saying, I am asking about the uptrend support line from the beginning of the uptrend. We are just below it. Right. So this is kind of a really funny question because, yeah, it's kind of funny. So if we just hide both of these uptrend, I know the support line he's on about. So he's on about this 4-hour uptrend. Okay. So you take your Fibonacci. You take your Ray tool and you place this first on the bottom that was put in obviously on the 20th of July. And you take this up to the next support that was on the 5th of August. And what we see here is obviously, this is what you could say I think it might be the fake out. But obviously we look at here. This is support, and we did get the fourth touch of support here, if you can remember correctly. We obviously found support here, and now we have lost that support line. And the question is this now resistance? Okay, that's the question. So should we take a look at it together? So if we zoom in on let's come back down to the 1-hour time frame, remembering this is a support trend line. The question is, has it turned to resistance? If we come down on the 1-hour chart, just to show you what happened here, obviously we bounced off of it on the 25th of August, which was our naked point of control. and then obviously we bounced off of it again. Oh, man, every move has been extremely technical. This if you love trading, like, this is just like the best thing in the world. It's been extremely technical, all of this for quite a while now. Obviously we come down, we back tested the CC, which was the Igor session naked point of control, also on that trend line again, and obviously we got that move to the upside. So it obviously has been clear support, and it has offered quite a few trades. And just so you can see really quickly before I move on to answer that question, why did we reject off of here? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's just absolutely amazing. Take your Fibonacci from the high to the low. And of course, it is. We rejected from that CC. So this is what I mean. Trading is an absolute joy. Okay, so we bounced off of this CC here, with the confluence of the Igor session, with the confluence of the trend line. We got our move to the upside. Where did we reject? Of course, we rejected from the CC. If you remember correctly, I did not short the top of that CC. Did not short the top of this CC. I waited for the actual rejection and confirmation that we had seen a rejection. And that was obviously my short entry. So you do not need to short the exact high. Okay, you do not need to short the exact high. I didn't do it there, and I still made money on the move down. Okay, and then obviously, where are we finding support? Well, I've already shown you, but let's really quickly just remind you, from the low to the high, we're at the CC. So literally every single move is getting a reaction from the CC. So the question is here, are we likely to find actually a bigger resistance here? Because, what do we have as our confluence? And we have this trend line on the CC. Well, this is my answer for you then, my friends. I personally feel that this is likely a fake out. Now, what do I mean by this? Let me take a drink, and I'm going to explain this, and hopefully it makes a lot of sense. Okay. Actually, before I explain this, and by the way, I'm going to explain a bullish stance. I'm going to explain the bullish stance. Before I explain this, give me 2 minutes here, and I just want to remind people of obviously the World Series of Trading, which does start tomorrow. If you haven't already, of course, you can go make a account right now on Bybit, and I will leave this in the comment section in YouTube. So I'll post that in the comment section now. Oh, this is a good stream, isn't it? This is a good stream. So there's the link in the comments. What you can do with this link, ladies and gentlemen, is copy that link, go onto the internet and paste it into a browser. When you're on the browser, this is the World Series of Trading. Obviously, there is still 7 days to sign up, but it starts tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. The World Series of Trading, to find the best trading team in the world. Okay, what we can see from this is World Series of Trading on Bybit. Okay, you can come over, create your team. Currently, we are the second largest team in the world and the number 1 English-speaking team. Yes, we are beating Cole Vermood, we are beating Jalapeno, we are beating Crypto. Some big names: Humuma, Tiago, Crypto Rover, Turkey, Elamorte, Team Underground. I don't know, maybe you recognize some of these people. MDX, Satoshi, Stackers, some of these people, Josh, all these people. We are number 1, basically. We have the largest team in the whole of the English-speaking, in the whole of the world. So that is pretty epic. That is an accolade in itself. But we don't want to just be the number 1 largest team. We obviously want to finish first. And if you haven't joined the team already, come over, click on the link that I've just sent, and what it will do is bring you to this page. Okay, it will bring you to this page. From here, you can click join. Obviously, then you can click on sign up and join with a new account. Say, hey, that is cool, go away. And then create your account, and you will be in our team to trade. Why is this such an advantage? Why is this such an amazing opportunity for you all? Let me just take a quick look at Bitcoin. Yeah, we got a few more minutes here. Why is this such a really good opportunity to join? Well, not only will you get a 10% discount on fees, not only will you get a $200 trading bonus for joining via our affiliate links, you will also be in our team for the prize pool. Top 10 in the team are going to get $38,000 each should we win. And everybody else, let's say you just join the team and you suck. Well, first of all, you do not negatively impact the team. There's no disadvantages of joining. And should you join the team and we walk away with the win, you will get a $600 at least here for free. So there's literally no downsides of joining this. Everybody would get pretty easy money here. There's obviously a few notes here that I've put in the Discord if you want to come and read it. And this is under socials in the Discord. You do need to trade over $30,000. Obviously, to join, you need to have at least 0.03 Bitcoin. You do need to trade only Bitcoin USD. So make sure that when you join the competition, Do not withdraw your funds during the competition, otherwise you will go to minus 100%. Do not switch your Bitcoin into Tether, USDT Tether. You need to keep your money in Bitcoin and you need to trade BTC USD. Okay? If you don't want to do that, then you're basically going to not make any gains of the competition account, should that be important to you. So yeah, that's basically the things that I wanted to mention before we get back to the analysis. World Series of Trading starts tomorrow. You do have like 7 days still to join, but it makes sense to join today or tomorrow. Really, I'd say join before Monday. Try and join before Monday, because the later that you leave it, you're just going to miss out on trading days. So try and join before Monday, really, I would say. And yeah, should we win this? Top 10, $38,000 each. And that's with the current $1.8 million prize pool. Can go up to $6 million, and then obviously everything increases. Even if you just join the team and absolutely suck and lose all your money, well, you get a free $600 should we win the competition. So that's everybody happy. And yeah, just to note, you have to trade at least $30,000. That could be $2,000 a day. And yeah, do not withdraw. Because that will instantly make you go to minus 100%. Obviously, there is no fees for joining the competition. It is a free entry competition. And when the competition ends, you can continue to use that Bybit account forever. This is not just a competition account. Of course, if you want to, during the competition, trade Tether, well, keep some money in Tether, keep some money in Ethereum, keep some money in, I don't know, XRP or EOS. You can trade other things. But obviously for the competition, it's only going to take into account Bitcoin USD. Of course, you can deposit anything you want. You can trade anything you want during the competition. The only thing that matters for the actual results, though, is this trading pair. But of course, if you want to trade Tether, deposit Tether and trade Tether. It's just not going to do anything towards the competition. And of course, this is an absolute normal Bybit account should you want to use it when the competition ends. So with that said, let's absolutely crush it. Join the team if you haven't already. We are the largest team in the world. Second largest team in the world, number 1 in England. And yeah, let's crush it tomorrow. So back to the charts here. Let's go. So as we were saying then, so the question is, are we likely to find actually really big resistance? Obviously, we had a prior support trend line, which was really, really, really important support. Has it now flipped back into resistance with a perfect retest? Okay, so if we zoom out on the 4-hour chart, we're essentially saying, is it likely that price now does this and falls to the downside? In hindsight, if that happens, it's going to look very obvious and everyone's going to be like, why didn't I short this? Because it was a very obvious, and this is one of the things, hindsight is lovely at times. If it does reject, of course, everybody's going to say, wow, that was the easiest short in the world. Why did I not take it? Because that is a support, flips into resistance at the CC. Now, what is the counter argument from this then? Okay, what is the counter argument of why is this not likely to reject? Well, kind of because, in my opinion, I think a lot of, let's say, small fish, smaller traders, like we said here the other day, shh, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. As we were getting the move down on Eagle time, which obviously is a very good long, you got to hunt the rabbits. You got to hunt the smaller fish. You got to hunt the people that don't really know what they're doing. And I kind of just feel that this is the fake out. And a lot of people are going to be like, this is so, you just got to think this is a really obvious short position. Yeah. Because a lot of people like this guy, no, I'm not taking any hits at anyone here. I'm just giving you my point of view, and that's it. This is my opinion. And my opinion is this is such an obvious short that you can short squeeze up to it, yeah? And imagine we hit 49k. Everybody that shorts here gets stopped out. And then what happens? Everybody's like, oh, I'm not going to short here. And then maybe we get the reaction. I just think here at 48,000 is a little bit of an obvious short because it's such an obvious retest of the trend line. Of course, like I absolutely can be wrong. I can absolutely be wrong on this. And of course, we can just head down. I would not long where we are here. I've already said that. I would not long into this resistance. But I'm also cautiously thinking that this is the fake out. A lot of people got bearish here. As we saw with the absorption, yeah, this is not my opinion. This is hard, cold facts. Lots and lots and lots of retail, smaller traders got very bearish here with the aggressive shorting going on, and the larger trader has held you up. So if the larger trader has put in so much effort to hold us up here, while your small fish, you know, people are talking about this is the end of the world, like, oh my god, we've lost the trend line, this is so bearish, I can't believe it, everybody's short now, we're going to $20,000. That's what some people are thinking when we break the trend line. They're like, oh, we broke the uptrend, it's so bad, I can't believe it, oh my god. And guess what happened? They all short here, and now they get literally squeezed. But now what are they going to do? The same people that think this is a really good short position are probably now thinking to themselves, right, I'll take another go at it. Here we've got a retest of the trend line. Isn't this a really good short position? Well, it kind of makes a little bit, doesn't make too much sense to me if that is the case, because why did we put in so much effort to defend this level to take profit a few percent higher? Yeah, that's all I'll say. Personally, I longed this on Eagle time, and I wouldn't close my long here. Let's just say that. I literally did long the exact low of this wick, and I wouldn't close my long here. Take that for what you will. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on this. Yeah, that's my opinion on it. That's my opinion. Of course, we can reject here, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong, and so maybe I'm wrong here, but I do feel that we can get through this during the weekend and at least hit 49k. Again, I think 49k is a bigger level. Here at 48k, I don't feel it's as big. I just feel that this is a bigger level. Again, I wouldn't necessarily just blindly short here. We can obviously keep short squeezing and just go straight up. But this is more of a level that I think makes more sense to me. So hence why I'd like to see it. But that said, I'm going to long into this resistance. So yeah, you might say then, where are you wrong? Because as a trader, and I think this is a skill. This is a skill in itself, where some people are held in. Where some people do not want to admit they're wrong. It is actually a skill in itself as a trader, to admit when you're wrong. Yeah, you have to know when you're wrong, and what you're looking at is no longer the highest probability. I think the highest probability is that we're going up at least another 1.5% here, at least, So I think we've got another 1.5% to go to the upside. But where am I wrong? Where can I say we're no longer the highest probability is up? Well, it's probably, let's be honest with you, it's probably going to be coming back below our last range POC. So, if we start to lose about 46,800, should we start to lose about 46,800? Well, of course, it's very likely that I'm wrong. And I'm happy with that. It means I missed the short position. It means my long gets stopped out because, yeah, I have moved that stop loss up. I would get stopped out of my long and I'd have missed the short. But, for me as a trader, I acknowledge, although it seems like I'm doing it, we're not going to win 100% every single trade. And that wouldn't be a loss per se. If we are to just absolutely fall down from here, I didn't lose anything. Yeah, my long stop loss is in profits, and I missed the short. That's what would be the annoying thing for me, because I don't like missing trades. I don't like missing short trades, yeah. But for me, I cannot hedge here. It doesn't make it, I wouldn't hedge here. I wouldn't want to take the short here. So, yeah, I'll just be happy to admit that if we lose about 46,800, yeah, I missed the short trade. And I look for another one, I just look for the next trade. And, you just have to admit, sometimes you're going to miss them. Yeah, I personally would be annoyed at myself by it, but I also understand, I know why I'm not taking it. I myself am still journaling all my trades, and I just note down, why didn't I take that trade? Well, I've just given you the reasons why. Should it start to come down, hopefully I'll be able to react a little bit and not have to wait till we get all the way down here, to be honest with you. But basically I'll try and work out what went wrong, what did I miss, and what could I do better next time. It's always a learning process. You can always get better. Even me, even I admit 100% there's room to improve. Why do you think I do this 12 hours a day? Because I want to be the very best. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. And that's me in trading. I want to get all the gym badges. I want to be the best at trading, and so you got to put in the time and effort, because you're not going to be the best if you put in no effort and no time. So should I lose this trade, I'll work out what went wrong and try and not make that mistake again. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, see what happens. I'm happy to admit if I'm wrong. So yeah, that's kind of my thought process here on Bitcoin. Hope that makes sense to everybody, by the way. La, 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 la. Oh, we have another question from Peter. Hello, Peter. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Peter. Thank you for being awesome and selfless and making us better traders. Oh, that's just a nice comment. Well, honestly, thank you very much. Love you. And obviously, I'm more than happy to help. I've been doing this years now. And it's just fun. I have an absolute great time jumping on live stream with you all. Yeah, I don't know, I just enjoy it. So yeah, more than happy to help. It's for me is fun doing these. So yeah, I enjoy it. All I will ask is smash that like button. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, smash that like button. That's a nice way to say thank you. I am noticing here though, we are forming some bearish divergences. So on the local term time frame. So this is so we are forming actually some bearish divergences here. So this does mean now we have a lot of people longing into resistance. And this could just be an intraday pullback though. So this is you have to remember, we've only been going sideways here, literally a few hours. So this is not, this is not a 24-hour move yet. Like the last move at the lows was over 24 hours. So, obviously you expect more of a move from a 24-hour divergence than you do a few hours. Just saying to note, we are forming a little bit of bearish divergences, to be fair. But we don't actually have any trap longs at the moment because these new longs that have come in are obviously from the low of this move. But should we lose this low, then obviously that is a bit of a red flag, let's be honest. We don't really want to, well, if we start to lose this low, then we have a lot of trap traders off of those bearish divergences. All we have to remember is they are not actually trapped at the moment. So, it's a little, this is just for me, this is a warning sign. So this is a potential warning. This is the thing. I have no interest in longing here. I think the people that longing here, somebody has to long, and I get that. But this is not a long I would take. Let's just say it's a pretty dangerous long because you are longing into resistance. And you are forming mini bearish divergences here. So this is just something I'm aware of. What I'm also thinking, I'm just giving you my thought process as this is happening. Yes, I recognize there are bearish divergences forming slightly. It's not massive at the moment, but slightly is. Lots of longs opening, but these longs are not quite yet trapped because the majority are opening basically above current price. So it's going to be a major red flag if we start closing below 47,980, because then we do have a lot of trap longs. Yeah, we would have a lot of trap longs off of those bearish divs. So yeah, just something to be aware of. This isn't a trigger. This isn't an entry trigger, but this is something to be aware of. I still hold my opinion from earlier at the moment, but of course this is something to be aware of. Yeah, that's my thought process. So, hope that helps you. Yeah, so I wanted to talk really briefly here about an altcoin. Is it the worst trade in the world for a short? Well, I suppose if you do short, the short invalidation is about 0.3%. It's kind of minuscule, but yeah, I want to talk you through a altcoin here. But if people, let me try and find that tweet really quickly. I'm going to try and find a tweet as we just check on this. Oh my, what's going on here? There we go. Let's just quick. I do not want to forget here about Bitcoin. So you see this, the depth of market is still pretty bullish. This is all right at the moment. We can just keep our eye on this. This is obviously changing all the time. It comes and goes. It comes and goes. This is in real time, so we can keep our eye on this. But yeah, I want to just talk you through this really quickly. And I want to talk you through an altcoin here. And I think this is just massively eye-opening. If this doesn't open your eyes and just make you think, wow, like, I don't know what to say. Like, hopefully I blow your mind a lot. We've done some pretty epic trades, let's be honest. But this is one that really should blow your mind greatly. So if you remember this was the last week, I put up a tweet saying, remember when I was calling for the Cardano accumulation 1 year before it exploded? Yeah, that was calling the Cardano accumulation back in 2020 at the very start of 2020. I was calling Cardano ADA accumulation. And obviously from that accumulation, Cardano rose 1000% to the upside. And so I recognized very, very, very early on that Cardano was going through accumulation. And after that correct Wyckoff, however you want to pronounce it, accumulation schematic, correctly recognized when nobody else in the world had done that, it saw 1000%. And what I done for my team last week, this was for the contenders and champions. I done an hour-long live stream going through all of the altcoins. And of the 1,000 alts, I recognized two alts which were primed for accumulation. I went through obviously my watch list, and of my watch list there was only two which looked good, and I will tell you one of them now. One of them was obviously Tezos. So this was identified last week. I've been obviously talking about Tezos for quite a long time, but I done a video of it last week, and look at this was pretty epic. Obviously Tezos saw that absolutely massive pump to the upside. I don't know how many of you saw this. Obviously, I'm doing this on spot, and also obviously had the leverage trade going on too. And here we go. Bitcoin is moving to the upside, but I would like to just briefly talk you through Tezos. Let's talk you through Tezos really quickly. So this one obviously was pretty epic. If we just do a blank chart here, I just want to show you the power of technical analysis. So it's not only recognizing the accumulation that we have going on here, which was recognized way before this 50% pump, by the way. But obviously, when we saw this exact high that was put in here, I managed to. This is pretty impressive. I hope you don't underestimate how good this is. So I first of all I had this absolutely epic, absolutely epic fractal. Yeah. So this fractal was identified by myself, where we have been following the exact price action now for 235 days. That is an exact fractal for 235 days. Every high, every low, every high, every mini move within this, even the last up, down, we were looking for that pump. Yeah, so this, first of all, finding that fractal and thinking this is what's happening, epic. Recognize we were in phase B, epic. But not only that, I actually managed to time the exact high on this Tezos pump to the upside. In one day, we pumped 36%. And what was pretty cool about this was at the top of that 36% pump, I posted this in my group, and I will find the post for you here a second. I posted big take profit. There you go. Posted big take profit. You can go check the timestamps. We obviously were talking about Tezos, and I was like, right, big take profit here. 21.51 on the 25th of August. See what happened here? 21.51 on the 25th of August, and then Tezos fell down 21%. It had a 21% drop to the downside. And I was like, right, I called the exact low of this. I literally made so many people extreme amounts of money. Literally, it was just comment after comment after comment of thank you, Daniel, because I absolutely nailed it. And not only that, I then called the exact high of when I'm taking my big take profit. And with the same, Tezos dropped 21%. And I will give you one guess. Have a one guess where I bought back. Have one guess where I bought back. Of course, it's the CC. Take your Fibonacci from low to high. We came back to the CC. And I know people will tell me, people that don't understand how much effort I put in will tell me this all the time. Daniel, the CC is the golden pocket. You copy the golden pocket. People will tell me this all the time because they don't understand. Yeah, people don't understand. The CC is not the golden pocket, and this is evidence here of why the CC is much better than the golden pocket, because we're talking about absolute pinpoint accuracy. Absolute pinpoint accuracy. Calling a 50% rise before it happened. Calling the exact high of that 50% rise. Shorting it for a 21% drop to the downside, and then longing to the absolute dollar low for another rise here of 20%. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Chart Champions. That is CC Pool, and that You tell me who runs the market. Do you think it's these people that are, apparently this pumped because of some news? Well, guess what? I was recognizing this pump was coming months in advance. This news is irrelevant. This news did not time the exact high. I did. This news did not make it bounce off the CC. I did. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, technical analysis works. There's the proof, there's the pudding, and I mean, it was absolutely insane. You can absolutely smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, if you were making an insane amount of money with us on Tezos, because I know people were. Look at this. Look at this. This guy went from negative before chart champions, prior to chart champions, he was doing bad. Now he's 22 days later, he's getting back to break even. Wouldn't you love to do that? Well, here we go. It was just absolutely insane. Yeah, I remember reading the comments. I'm shaking from so many champs crushing Tezos with me. Savage technical analysis. Not much. He wishes he bought more. I had a lot of comments of people saying they wish they bought more. But yeah, look at this. Tezos. Another one with Tezos. I mean, look at this result. Started a fresh journal. I mean, he's just winning nearly every trade he's taking. You are right with the long. Yeah, I mean, then we get back off of it. But I mean, it was absolutely saying, Tezos, thanks for giving me the money to pay you for the next. He bought another few months of Chart Champions memberships. How? Because of Tezos. Yeah, it was pretty insane. I mean, everybody literally crushed it. But that's because they have the best trader in the world in front of them running the charts here. Absolutely amazing. Well, there you go. That was Tezos. And so for the people that do want to know, yeah, obviously Tezos is back into that weekly. This is obviously our Fibonacci speed fan. So this was lovely. We had the Fibonacci speed fan on the weekly. Obviously, we pull back to the CC now again. Another move to the upside. We still obviously got this massive resistance level above us, which I would still have a guess. I wouldn't long Tezos here. You got to wait for the retracements always. You got to wait for the retracements. Don't long the breakout. Wait for the retracement. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I like Tezos, but we have now seen over 50% move to the upside. Yeah, it obviously is a very interesting altcoin. And if that hasn't just blown your mind, then I really don't know what will, to be honest with you. I don't know what will if that hasn't, because that was absolutely insanely epic. It really was. But yeah, back to Bitcoin. I mean, look at this. So it's not really moved that much here. So there you go. There's one more altcoin that I think is in an accumulation. And if you want to know, that was obviously given to the contenders and champions. And that's the sort of insights that you get. But yeah. done. I remember the other one, Theta. You remember if you've been in the group for at least 2 years, you know I've done Theta as well. A Theta accumulation. Wow, that one done more than 1,000%. That one was insane. But yeah, sometimes with those accumulation schematics, you can just get massive trades. I mean, this really looks like it's putting in a bit of a range potentially here. Looks like it might just put in a range. We have our range high. So you have to think that this, this probably is pretty likely. We have a range high. We have a range low. So we could just like remain range bound here for a little bit. Probably the most likely thing, isn't it? Just remain here sideways for a little bit. Wait for people to get chopped up before we get another move. Okay, so this is what I would kind of would approach this. If we break to the upside of this range, well, of course, we always watch for swing failure patterns. Watch for the swing failure pattern here, watch for the swing failure pattern here. But should we break and hold with follow through, of course, we can be looking back up towards that $48,800 to $49,000. Should this range break to the downside, and this is where I would have to say to myself, yeah, it's probably pretty likely that I'm wrong with the rejection here. I'm happy to admit that I've already said. Should we break this range to the downside and hold it, not a swing failure pattern? Should this range break to the downside, we are most likely going to be coming back to test. Well, we'd either go for our resistance support test, which would be coming in at about 47,400. Yeah, probably 47,400 would be the most sensible retest, I suppose. Yeah, probably 47,400 is the most sensible retest. So, yeah, should we break that range to the downside? we know about I'd say about 47,400. And should we break to the upside? Well, we already know we're going to be looking for about that 48, 400, 48, 849k. Okay, and if we break through 49k, we're obviously looking back up to, higher, around 50k. Should we break 47,400? Well, I really think that we're going to be coming back down towards all these lows. But it's level to level trading. You break one level, you go to the next. You break one level, you go to the next. But at the moment we are just range bound. There's not really any much weakness. Still have a shorter term here bullish bias. No real reason to be bearish currently. Yeah. I think the order flow is looking decent. We have obviously now pretty much invalidated the, we now got above the high. Yeah, so it would be pretty nice to, this could invalidate these bearish divergences. I mean, this is the thing of bearish divergences. Without actually trapping any of the shorts, it could just be like sort of leading. So you have to remember, it's all about who's trapped. And like, this is Bitcoin really moves off of liquidity. And so, yeah, if there's no major liquidity to the downside, it's probably going to keep going up. And you haven't actually formed any trap short. You haven't formed any trap longs until you lose support. So there's not that much liquidity that's resting. So, you just have to think of those things before you just randomly enter positions. Obviously this does give you a massive edge, but you need to know how to read it correctly, because if you just look at this with not actually understanding fully, well, it can be dangerous. I suppose it can be dangerous to an inexperienced trader, but if in the right hands, this is obviously invaluable. It's very, very helpful. It still looks decent. I mean, look, the depth of market is still pretty stacked. I mean, everything just looks all right at the moment, so we'll wait and see. Oh, here we go. This has been fun, hasn't it? This has been fun. Oh yeah, in the World Series of Trading, where you can also win NFTs. So if you want some NFTs, what they stand for, can't even remember what NFT stands for. I'm not an NFT guy. I'm a trader. Like I'm just a hardcore trader. But you can, if you like NFTs, you can win some NFTs in the World Series of Trading. So that's another reason to join our team. If you want to win some NFTs, and maybe you can sell that NFT for like £500,000. So yeah, I mean, I am honestly really hyped for that competition. Like, honestly, I am very excited for it. Let's take another look. Let's see how many people have joined our team since I mentioned it in this video, shall we? We now have in our team 1,483 people. Wow. Yeah, that is pretty insane. That is insane. 1,483 people. So I don't think we're not going to be able to get more than first. Culver Moon wants to overtake us, but he's not going to. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. This is really cool. Non-fungible tokens. There you go. So you can win some non-fungible tokens. I'm pretty sure they explain about this somewhere. You got all these criteria awards and stuff. I don't know. There's obviously loads of yeah. Here you go. Here's some like rules. You can only trade. You can trade Bitcoin. Well, here you can see. It's like, hey, what happens if I trade Tether? Well, of course you can trade against Tether if you want, but it's not going to make any difference to the competition. And there's loads of rules here if you want to come and read them. But the most important thing is sign up before the start. Obviously, you can trade Bitcoin and Ethereum during the competition. That's both fine. 0 fees. Obviously, we got with our affiliate discount another 10% discount on the fees, $200 bonus. Starts tomorrow. That'll be exciting. I will not be trading it tomorrow. I don't think. I'll probably be waiting until Monday because I don't really trade weekends. So yeah, but I think I'm going to be more active. So this is the thing. I'm not overly active unless something like really needs to be said in the Discord. I'm not like, I'm not just going to say something just to say it. But during the World Series of Trading, I think I'm going to be more active in the Discord, taking more questions and answers, just been a bit more active in the Discord. So yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to the competition. Really, I think it's going to be really fun. The last few competitions, I've not been able to participate. Obviously, in the last one, the last Bybit competition, obviously, it was really annoying and sad. Obviously, my dad died, and so I missed that competition, and that sucked. So as long as nobody dies, fingers crossed. I don't think anybody's close to it. I'm in the competition tomorrow, so yeah, no, this will be the one where I have no distractions and just going into it. I'm really looking forward to it. Basically, it'll be fun. So yeah, looking forward to it. Basically, is there anything else that I want to say before we wrap this up? Then really, I don't really think there is. I have talked about the important supports that we bounced off of here. I've talked about the bigger resistance, in my opinion, to CC. I've talked about why we are finding a bit of friction where we are at the moment with obviously the trend line, with the local CC. I think we got a local channel going on here. We know the level to look for if we break to the upside. We know the level to look for if we break to the downside. Yeah, I think I've pretty much given you all that you need here for the local term time frame. Obviously, if you want to learn about order flow, if you want to learn about XO here, if you want you want the educational side of things, of course that's the main thing why we're even here, and that is obviously like I was saying here, you can sign up to chartchampions.com. Do not get scammed. Go to the official website. Yeah, go to the official website if you're interested in this. Obviously, this is for the education. If you want to learn what we're doing, then we can help you today. You can sign up, join the community. Obviously, we got some really big announcements coming soon. We've just employed another 3 people. So we're taking on a lot of new people. People really want to work for Chart Champions. Basically, when you get a job with us, I think everybody, you just absolutely love it. So loads of people want to work for us. We've taken on 3 people in the past week. Extra people. We got like a list of people that are going to be joining. I mean, we're taking on so many people. We're just making things better. We got a new website coming very shortly. We've got so much stuff going on behind the scenes. We now have 4 trading assistants. So you basically have like 24/7 access to somebody to help you. I mean, yeah, it's obviously, yeah, I mean, what would I say? I mean, reminiscing of like how this all started. It's crazy. It's crazy. Obviously, I never ever thought it would get to where it's got to. Just it's absolutely mental how Chart Champions has expanded, how it has. It's absolutely crazy. But that's what being a good trader, obviously that's how it got big, is because I'm good at trading. But then from that, it just shows you the hard work, the dedication that we give. Customer satisfaction is obviously extremely high. I think everything just shows for itself. And how we got to where we have is just, it's really crazy. Now we're like, what I like about it is like the people that really need it. Like I personally like to employ people that are like really need it. So I like to just have that and just say, hey, I just love it. I think it's a really beautiful position. And yeah, I mean, I hope that you all are seeing the effort that we're putting into it too. And obviously, as you just heard, new website coming soon, new coaches coming soon, new trading assistants coming soon. I mean, yeah, there's just going to be so much. We've not lost anyone, by the way. We still have 100% rotation. We're just adding more people. Why? Because we can, and because it's helpful, and that's why we're doing it, basically. So why not? Yeah, so with that said, I suppose, thank you ever so much, everybody. Of course, I would always say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I will never speak to you from a position or, I'm the same as you at the end of the day. I am no better than anyone else. It's just me. It's just me. I'm just a normal guy. I can be right, I can be wrong. Hopefully more times I'm right than I'm wrong. Otherwise, I will, it's one of these things in trading. When you're doing well, everybody loves you. But I know if I start to go rubbish in trading, if I start to consistently do really bad calls, well, of course I'm going to be hated. So, I understand there's ups and downs. That's why you can never get too ahead of yourself. I'm working better at grounding myself and all that. But yeah, man, like, I'm just really happy with how everything is right now, and just and obviously thank you all for thank you for all the support, all the love that you show. Sorry for the. I mean, I guess obviously this was over 1 year ago, so it's not. My dad hasn't recently died. It was over a year ago. Obviously, it's still. Yeah, I don't want to dwell on it too much. Let's keep the positivity in all this. Yeah, thank you ever so much, everybody. Honestly, thank you. I love you all. I really do. And why do I love you all so much? Because you all love trading. If you love trading, I love you. We have something in common. We share a passion. We share a love. And that is of trading. That is of technical analysis. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Looks like I'm going to be right, and we're going to at least take that high. So that was pretty nice. But there you go. Thank you ever so much, everybody. I suppose I'll end with this. Take care of a swing failure pattern. What is a swing failure pattern? Let's be really quick. It is when you take the high and come back down. That's a swing failure pattern. So just what you can be cautious of now. Thank you ever so much, everybody. I raise a glass. Cheers. Sip the dip. Thank you ever so much. Take care. And let's crush the tournament tomorrow. World Series of Trading starting tomorrow. Join the Discord. It's absolutely free. Let's go and crush it. Cheers. Thank you and good night. Bye.